Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zada and today I'm gonna show you another battle. This time it's Skaven time. Clan Rictus threats as our lord against the Empire. So let's get straight to it, see what we got here. So for a front line I brought some slaves, as you can see, some with sword infantry and some with spears. Just having them as my front line. Some clan rats although in the outers. That's because I really want to bait my enemy to come after my slaves. That's because I have the poison wind globadiers back here. So if he tries to come for my slaves, these poison wind globadiers are just gonna shoot him to death. I won't care for friendly kills because that's why I bring slaves, because they're obviously, as you can read here, a mid shield. They're really not worth doing anything else. So a front line full of slaves. For the back I get some clan rats, as you can see here, along with 3 plague monks. These guys will be more than enough to deal with the rest of his force, because he doesn't have that great of infantry. As you can see, he's got many cavalry, which I'm about to show you soon. I also brought a plague priest over here with some nasty magic. Let's see what I brought, because I forgot already. Come on. So I brought Plague, I brought the Vermintide, Wither, and the Pestilent Breath, and some Plague Grass over here yet as well. I also brought, just for fun, these Warp Fire Throwers, although they weren't worth the money. I should not have brought them. I could have easily brought like just one more unit of Rat Ogres. They could have done some better killing for me. They were kinda worthless. So back here, 2 Poison Wind Globadiers along with the Plague Claw Catapult and some spears in the back. More spears over here, and no, I don't have another one here. So 2 Rat Ogres, and I think that was about it. I always like to bring a large force with the Skaven because it's actually good, because the enemy, the opponent, probably can't micromanage with all of that, because you have to take into mind that bringing a large force is causing so much stress to the enemy. It's really hard, even for me, when I play against such a large force, to just have to break through all of that. It's really brain damaging, at least for me. So over here, my enemy, he's got 1 Empire Knight, 2, let me see, and 3 over there. He's got Aldorf Royal Griffites back here, 2 crossbowmen units, some great swords, swordsmen, the Sigmar Sons over here, some more swordsmen, and some halberdiers. So he's also brought a Jade Wizard. What kind of magic does this guy get? Let me just check. Damn it, there we go. He's got the Power Stone, Regrowth, so just some healing with these guys. As I can see, Karl Franz is on foot, as you can see here. Does he get Galmaraz? Yeah, he got Galmaraz. And he also brought a warrior priest, which is nice always to see. So let's get this started. I try to reallocate some of these guys over here. I take my spears on the flanks. This was intended. I was trying to get the swords in the middle, so the bait was even more obvious. I really baited my enemy quite well over here. As you will see, he is gonna come with his Empire Knights straight in, and these Poison Wind Globadiers are gonna just rip them apart. So let me just fast forward for a little bit. There we go. As you can see, these Empire Knights and this one's, where the third one? Somewhere back there, hiding in the forest. Yeah, as you can see, these guys are coming in hot and they're charging straight into the slaves. I try to get my furnace over here just to halt their advance, and this is where the Poison Wind Globadiers are gonna open fire and do some really heavy work on them, and my Rat Ogres are gonna get some kills as well. So he's charging over here with some more Empire Knights, but obviously these Poison Wind Globadiers are gonna do the same thing over here, although they're not getting that clean of a shot over there. There's a slight slope over here, they can't do much, but yeah, it was still decent. So the enemy force is still coming. As you can see, my Rat Ogres get caught in here against some Empire Knights, and the Royal Griffites are gonna come in, causing in some more problems. Over here I got 1 Skaven slave unit fighting off these great swords. They're gonna destroy them. That's why I bring these Plague Monks, and they're gonna do an excellent job with these guys, since the great swords have taken quite some damage from these Plague Claw Catapults. So there's a unit of Empire Knights trying to sneak up in here. It was hidden all the way. towards here, which I did not see. He's just chilling and going really slowly in trying to get in my back. I still haven't seen him, and that's when I tried to bring my warp fire throwers just to shoot these guys. He manages to get a clean shot in my back there, but he's gonna get encircled, as you can see here. This was not how should he have done this. It was a wrong choice over there. He should have gone for my warp fire throwers or my poison wind globadiers, something like that. These guys are gonna open fire over here as well. They're not gonna do that much of damage because they're anti-infantry, but it's still some. So over here my poison wind globadiers, as you can see, are still trying to do some work. He's trying to get these Empire Knights over here. He's trying to force them pathway into the back here against these poison wind globadiers, but he's taking massive damage from my plague monks and the Skaven slave spears over here, and look how easily they are brought down to almost 10% health. So over here where's Threats? I think he's retreating. Karl just beat him almost to death. That's why I just had to retreat over there. I really don't have an answer right now against Karl, and my only answer to winning this is just take out all of his forces first, because the infantry the infantry fight is going well. As you can see here, these plague monks are destroying both of the swordsmen and the great swords. They're really doing their work here. And where is Threats? I think I'm gonna try and snipe the enemy Jade Wizard with Threats over here. I'm just gonna bring him in straight away. The Royal Griffites got into a prolonged fight into the middle here, and this is not the optimal way to go with them. They have a great charge bonus, and the constant fire from the Poison Wind Globadiers along with the Rat Ogres in here and the endless Zerg of Skaven, they really brought them down just completely off. As you can see here, yeah, they're how much health? Just 300. Yeah, they're gonna break almost immediately. So over here I'm trying to surround my enemy. As you can see here, these plague monks did an excellent job holding back all of these units, and they're gonna get chewed apart by these slaves now back here and these clan rats. So the tough thing about this battle is that I brought such a large force and they had really low leadership, so I had to micromanage most of the time trying to get back into the fight these guys over here, and it was really stressful. That's why it was so intense for me. Over here what remains is only the Jade Wizard, and I think Threats is gonna come somewhere now and try to take him out. Where's Threats, by the way? I can't see him anywhere. Damn it. Yeah, there he is. He's taking out the Jade Wizard, trying to stay away from Karl Franz. I'm trying to pin him down with my Plague Priest because I don't have that great of powers, Winds Reserve at the moment, so I don't care if I lose him. I just want him to pin down Karl Franz, just get a few hits on him. And his cavalry just tries to come back, but as you can see here, the Poison Wind Globadiers don't even need the backup to protect them. They just manage to destroy them with a few volleys and take them off the field. The Plague Claw Catapult, just a little bug over here. I was trying to shoot these crossbowmen, but they just kept on going. The Warp Fire Thrower just shooting whatever they can find. How many kills so far for these guys? Oh, 25. Okay, that's a decent amount. The Jade Wizard is off. He unfortunately got some Empire Knights back here on my Poison Wind Globadiers, but I luckily saw it too early and I just brought these Rat Ogres, and they're just gonna beat to death these Empire Knights. As you can see, they're just gonna shred them to parts, to bits. And yeah, this is where it, okay, this guy had his lance on top of his back over here, and they just break almost immediately. And yeah, this is almost it, guys. The balance of power is in my favor. Only the Plague Priest, the Warrior Priest remains, and Karl Franz, which I don't have an answer for. As you can see, he tried to chase Threats over there, but I just kept him going, just tried to stay away from Karl Franz because he's gonna obviously beat him to death. He can't go up against that. So another Empire Knights breaks here just by charging these Plague Monks, and I think it was mostly because he took some fire from the Warp Fire Throwers, which the Warrior Priest just managed to take them out. So all that remains right now is just a handful of crossbowmen over here and some swordsmen. Unfortunately I didn't see this that early, so I was a little bit hesitant to go after these guys, but I'm about to take the Rat Ogres anytime soon from here and just send them after this crossbowman, because if I take out all of his force, Karl will just break on his own. I just kept these guys back here because they were the only ones able to do any real damage on Karl. As you can see, they got some nice armor piercing. The only ones, the rest are just quite not well against Karl. I would say he's got 100 armor. That's quite a lot. As you can see here, these plague monks, with the help of some few volleys from there, they're gonna shred these guys apart. And this is when I decide to just grab my rat ogress and go after these crossbowmen. It's only these two guys and this crossbowman, so if these two break, Karl is just gonna break on his own. Let's just see the final charge here. Just see these guys. Damn it. Okay, did you see the punch of this guy? How he punched that poor crossbowman over there? And yeah, I think this is where it's gonna go down. This is it. Karl is just broke as soon as the crossbowmen break as well. So let's see at the numbers here. So as you saw, threats, he didn't manage to get a kill, but he was able to bring down the Jade Wizard, provide some leadership effects with that runaway, no, how's the ability called? Stay here and get help, something like that. Yeah, he was doing some decent job. The Plague Priest also did a nice thing over there. He was able to summon a ton set of clan rats and completely just jerk the enemy out with it. The slaves did an excellent job at just taking the damage and working as a mid shield. The clan rats were fantastic. I didn't expect them to do so well, but they were really able to hold the line because we just got unlimited numbers. We got like endless rats to just throw at the enemy. The plague monks, they just completely nailed it. These guys were up against the great swords and the swordsmen over there. They completely took them out on their own, although they had some help from the catapult as well. The warp fire thrower, yeah, didn't do that well. He got a few kills, but it was probably random because yeah, they didn't do that well. These poison wing globadiers also didn't do well compared to these guys, which completely took out all of the cavalry, even the Griffite ones. But this was one probably I just didn't manage to micromanage it that well. I was aiming for the wrong target throughout the whole game. I was aiming for the Jade Wizard with these guys. Yeah, they just misclicked over there, and I was trying to get to the Empire Knights, but I messed up. Anyway, the Rat Ogres completely did their worth. They were able to hold the line. I mean, detain enemy cavalry from going further into my back line, and if they did, they were just able to just come and run straight away and just take them out. The Plague Claw catapult is always a must to bring with a Skaven or a cannon. They always do their worth. To be honest, they're very, very accurate and they do a lot of damage. So the enemy brought Karl, some Jade Wizard, the Warrior Priest, a decent infantry line, I would say, not that great. Perhaps if he brought Tattered Souls, he could have done a little bit better, some unbreakable infantry like the Flagellants and stuff like that. Crossbowmen, yeah, they got some decent kills, but it was probably some slaves over here because they were really not able to shoot most of the fight because I was shooting back at them with some catapult throws, and even the warp fire thrower managed to shoot these guys and reduce them to bits. The Empire Knights, all of these kills are worthless because it was only Skaven slaves, so they might get a high kill count, not that high. As you can see here, it's only 20-30. Yeah, they didn't do their worth. And it was even worse because it was just slaves. As soon as these guys landed into my front line, these guys just took them apart, along with the help of the others, with some spearmen in the back, the Plague Priest and stuff like that. The Royal Griffites did quite good, I would say, but the bad thing is that he had him into a prolonged fight right into my Zerg, and yeah, they just they weren't able to win against that fight. These guys are bad for attrition fights. They should just be kept back and try to get large targets only. Nothing else you can do with them. Anyway, I think that was it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like or a comment, and more battles are to follow. See you next time.